Tales to Astonish the Incredible Hulk and Giant Man, number 63, from my Hulk Essentials Volume 1 book. The coloring isn't entirely accurate, except for this color's about 80% accurate. The leader's coloring's pretty accurate. Introduction of the supervillain and his humanoid. It's where they first reveal and give a backstory on one of the Hulk's biggest rivals. Alone in his hidden lab sits the leader. The human race is still unaware of the terrible menace he poses to the world, and the Hulk cannot possibly suspect how soon he will be battling the leader's humanoid, with the future of mankind hanging on the outcome. Written by Stan Lee, of course. Oh, shoot. As the leader begins to remove his amazing headpiece, his thoughts travel back in time to the moment when he became the strange being he is. I'll never forget the day it all started. And then it goes into a narration, as it says, it was less than a year ago an ordinary laborer was moving a load of waste material in the subcellar of a chemical research plant. Suddenly, a 1 in a million freak accident occurred as an experimental gamma ray cylinder exploded. The trapped laborer was helplessly caught in the blast, without warning, with no place to turn. For a period of almost a full minute, his entire body was bombarded by mysterious gamma rays of one of the strongest forces known to man. Although a fraction of the dosage he received would have been enough to kill a dozen men, for some inexplicable reason the laborer survived his uncanny ordeal. Medical science was baffled. He seemed completely unharmed, although in one way he was different. Here are the additional books you asked for. Good, I can't seem to get enough to read. Even after leaving the observation ward, he devoured every book he could find. I was just an unskilled laborer. I never even finished high school, but now all of a sudden my brain hungers for learning for more knowledge. He studied like it possessed, and he remembered everything he read. His mind absorbed knowledge like a sponge. But then one day a new change came over him. Everything's spinning around. Although he didn't know it at the time, it had taken this long for the effects of the gamma rays to finally be felt. And as he lay on the floor unconscious, the transformation took place. Slowly, unconsciousness returned weakly. He began to lift himself from the floor, still not dreaming, not suspecting what had happened to him. It was not until he looked into the mirror that he knew, I've become something more than human. And that's the infamous shot of the leader, one of the best Marvel supervillains. He's Marvel's version of Hector Hammond from DC Comics. Alright. I am that once unskilled laborer, that man who has been transformed by the gamma rays into one of the greatest brains that ever lived. My former name is meaningless now. I choose to be known simply as the leader. So iconic. And then he talks to his humanoid that he created that we get to see in 62, and then now he's talking to him to sick him on the Hulk, and it's badass. With my great intelligence, I organized a vast spy ring seeking to take over the reins of government, but those who worked for me were not equal to the task. However, I have now created my own humanoid. He alone is worthy to serve me, for I have made him all-powerful. And also he's working with Chameleon. And that's the origins of the leader.